Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slane Hope. And I got another video for y'all. In this video, I'm going to be discussing how there's a great benefit for men to have female friends, right? I always tell y'all all the time, like, I got a lot of women friends that confide in me, that talk to me, that just give me game. They just teach me the game, you know. They teach me a lot about themselves. They teach me a lot about men. And they just teach me overall. They teach me a lot of things. Women give you a different perspective. So if you as a man are able to have women who are your friends, like platonically, like not sexually, not in a romantic way, you're going to be at a great advantage. And I'm going to give y'all some of the things that I notice, when it comes to the benefits that you can receive as a man from being cool with women. And one of the things is communication. One thing that I noticed is this, like I said this in a post before. I said that, like, sometimes the communication is different when you and a woman are just friends, strictly friends, platonic, right? Or not sexually. Y'all tend to communicate better. Y'all tend to understand each other. Y'all tend to see each other eye to eye. The communication seems to be like very clear and not confusing at all. But the moment a woman start liking you, or you start liking a woman, now all of a sudden y'all don't understand each other. Now all of a sudden they not making sense. Now all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of things going on, right? One of the things is, I believe that, when women start liking you, their feelings get involved. And now that their feelings is involved, is a lot of mixture going into the conversation, and because their feelings are involved. And I think the same thing happened with men. Like, when men feel a certain type of way for a woman, the conversation just kind of changed. Like, they're like have this agenda, they're goal oriented and trying to subdue you, or trying to, like, romanticize you, whatever the case might be. So I think the communication changes. So I always say that, like, when you have a female friend that is platonic, like, and sometimes you might not be understanding your own girl. Let's say you have a girl, you might not be understanding her because, again, y'all develop feelings for each other. It becomes kind of harder. But if you have this woman friend, and you can sometimes just explain what's going on, and they might be able to give some insight because they're a woman, so they might understand, like, she probably acting like this because of this. So a lot of times women, when they get into these feelings, they don't know how to communicate certain things. They don't, all of a sudden, like, right, it just go out the window. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to explain themselves all of a sudden. So sometimes it's good to have that female friend that can kind of like piece certain things together if you have discipline. The next thing, which leads me to the next thing, right? Give you the tea. You know what I'm saying? Women will give you the tea. When a woman, because look, let me tell you this. Women love to talk. This is just what women do. They love to run their mouth. They love to talk. It's reported that women speak approximately 20,000 words a day. It's 13,000 more words than men, right? Because it's reported that men speak about 7,000 words a day, and that women speak around 20,000 words a day. So women love to talk. They love to chat. They love to, they love the soap operas. They love the drama. They love all of that stuff, right? They like to talk. This is why sometimes you just gotta let them talk. You just gotta let them talk, listen, and take notes, right? So they will give you the tea. When a woman does not see you as somebody that she's attracted sexually, when she only sees you as a friend, right? She's gonna talk to you a certain way. She's gonna let you know her secrets to a certain extent, right? She's gonna let you know certain things. She's gonna behave in a certain way around you because she's not trying to impress you. She doesn't really care what you think about her, because when women care about a man, or when they care what that man thinks about them, they behave a certain way. They try to come off a certain way. They try to impersonate somebody else. This is why during the talking stage, a lot of women impersonate, not just women, men do it too, but we're talking about women. A lot of women impersonate somebody that they're not in the talking stage because they're trying to impress you. They're trying to reel you in. They're trying to act like they're somebody that they're not, right? Because they care about what you think about them. And then eventually that shit comes out. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to say is, when you're just a friend to a woman, she might mess around, take her wig off in front of you because she doesn't really care that you see her without the wig. She doesn't really care that you see her without the makeup. She doesn't really care that you see her without the lashes or certain things, right? Because she's not really interested in you like that. So she's gonna do certain things. So she's gonna tell you things, right? She might tell you how many bodies she really got. But that man she really likes, if she got a crazy number of bodies, she might not tell him. She might not never tell him. Because she really wants him to think of her in a good light. So you as the friend, bro, she gonna tell you all type of crazy stuff. You know, you become one of the girls. Why you think a lot of gay dudes, you know what I'm saying? Remember? But anyway, that's the next point. But you become like one of the girls, right? Like the girls be knowing all their secrets. They be knowing all the shit that they be doing. You know, they be sharing these group chats, having these crazy conversations. They know who they are, right? So you become that dude when she's not interested in you. She's gonna tell you certain things. She's gonna tell you about other dudes. She's gonna tell you crazy shit she probably done. She gonna tell you, like, you're just gonna be hearing, and then you get to learn, right? If you're a smart man, you get to learn and just take notes and observe, you know, like how some of these sisters move, because they're gonna put you on to the game. I'm telling you, they're gonna put you onto the game. They start telling you things about, like, I have women just tell me like shit about how they feel about dudes, how they feel about simps, right? Like how they feel about men that just be leading with their money. Like, you know, how they identify the men who really has money from the men who doesn't really have money. How they identify, like, I sit here and just listen to women. I'm saying, because like, I'm telling you, man, when you just friends with a woman, she will put you on to so much game, and later on that game will benefit you when you're dealing with women, because you learn from a woman. And the last thing I would say is they plug you in. Now, this is what I was talking about with the gay dudes, right? A lot of times dudes be like, yo, the gay dudes be having all the hoes. Why? Because a lot of times women see them as one of the girls, right? They see them as, oh, I ain't worrying about him, he ain't worrying about me, like, and they'll chill with him. It's the same thing with a guy. If you're a man that does not look at a woman like that, or like, maybe, not that you don't look at her like that, but if you're a man that she knows you really not into her like that, then I'm not saying that through time things can develop. I'm just saying, if you're a man that just like, you're not really looking at her like that and you're not checking for her and she feels comfortable around you, bro, girls, they start to be themselves. They start to act a certain way. They start to be cool. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring you around, they invite you to things, especially if, you know, if you could hold yourself together, like if you behave, right? So they'll plug you in, man, and sometimes they even plug you in with some of their friends. You know what I'm saying? And depending on what type of woman this is, if, she get around, you know what I'm saying? Then a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, her friends get around too. You know what I'm saying? Because birds of a feather flock together. So, you know what I'm saying? Now here she is, plugging you into them, plugging you into the friends and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, so the point is this, man. Having women friends could benefit you highly. In college, I had a lot of women friends. I still kind of like have a lot of women friends that I talk to, that I fraternize with, that I associate with. And again, like I said, sometimes you develop feelings for these friends. But I would tell you this as a man. If you develop feelings for a woman, right? If you develop feelings for a woman, like, be disciplined, because at the end of the day, if she does not develop, at the end of the day, she decides what's going to happen with the situation. This is why some guys stay on the friend zone. And, when you start to develop romantic feelings and you try to push, sometimes I would suggest don't even push, man. Because at the end of the day, that woman decides what's going to happen. And if she has not because listen, if a woman is interested, she's going to throw it at you. Trust me. She's going to throw it at you. And if she does not throw it at you, I suggest you don't even bother. Don't think you're going to subdue her. Don't think you're going to, not manipulate, but don't think you're going to conquer her or you're going to change her mind. Like, no. Because all you're going to do is mess up the relationship. Now this woman is not going to want to really hang around you. She's not going to really want to be a friend like that. She's going to try to create some type of distance because you try to come at her in a romantic way. And she probably was like, damn. Like, because a lot of women get fed up too. I hear it all the time. They be like, damn, like I could never have like just a male friend because they end up having feelings for me. Or they end up trying to have sex with me. Or they end up, and I hear this from a lot of women, right? Like they wish they could just have a male friend who they can go to, who could give them advice, who could say certain things. But a lot of times guys, they just can't help it. They cannot help just having them as friends, and they always try to bust a move, and then girls get tight, and then they just just stop really talking to you like that. So I would just say, like, if that does happen, just have some discipline. Don't change the relationship. Now, if she throws it at you, then maybe you could, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, don't ruin a relationship over just some carnal desire. Even if it's not carnal and you really want to be in her life a certain way, like if she doesn't give you choosing signals, if she's coming to you telling you her darkest secrets and her dirty little stories, 9 times out of 10, she's not really looking at you that type of way. And I said 9 times out of 10 because there's always an exception. There's some girls who they say whatever to you and they, you make them feel comfortable and they might become involved. But a lot of times, if she's telling you certain things and she doesn't really care how you look at her, a lot of times she's not really into you like that, because women definitely do care about like how the man that they want and likes them looks at them. So let me know what your thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.